Hey, I got a letter, and I want to show you. Gay doesn't mean happy, okay? Homosexuality doesn't mean gay. So I always say homosexual. I don't say gay people because they're not necessarily gay. You know, they're not necessarily happy. You know, if you look it up, it means actually gay means carefree, careless, showy, and bright colors. Okay, that part. Yeah. But let me read a little something somebody wrote to me. And personally, where the fuck do you get off telling me what my morals should be? You know, this is a person that wrote me, and I guess they're homosexual or whatever. Where the fuck do you get off telling me what my morals should be and imposing your morals on me? You know, I said to myself, I had to laugh because what it really says, first thing I'm thinking, like, what morals? What morals do you have? You should be thanking me for pushing my morals on you because at least then you will have some. I'm like letting you borrow some of my morals. I like sharing my morals. Not that I have that many, so I'm really being generous because I only really got about 2 or 3 morals, you know. So I'm really just giving you one, and I'm actually have 2 myself. I'm like, what morals? Or you should be pushing your morals on me. What morals? You don't have any, you know. You know, when you will screw anything, I just saw something on television, on somewhere where this woman takes a jackhammer, and I guess she's lesbian. She is a madam, a prostitute. And she took a jackhammer, and a neighbor saw this. He says, like, yo, this is one horny lady. You know, she was moaning and groaning. And I really appreciate this blog that Karen One Hot Girl just did. She said, you know, have some boundaries. You know, people who think that, you know, what you do has no effect on anybody. You know, as a heterosexual, if there's a child around and I'm outside with my girl, I should not be, you know, right in front of a kid. I don't care if it's not my kid or not. You know, have some boundaries. You should reflect that. Now, if you're homosexual and you know, I was in the Apple store the other day and there was these homosexual girls. They must have been about, you know, somewhere between 16 or they were under 16. And the one girl is sitting on the other girl while they're watching on a Mac, and one girl is humping up and down on the other girl in public. Heterosexuals don't do that. You know, so as far as gay meaning showy, that's what the problem is. It's like, you know, why do you have to promote this, and why has everybody got to see this? Now, again, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care what you do at all. But, you know, it should be some kind of limits or boundaries. As Karen said, control your damn self. Control yourself. I don't care. That's the problem. That's what that's what really morals mean. Is boundaries. You know. Okay. Yeah. You know, have your fantasies and stuff, but there has to be a limit. When you start taking those fantasies and start working them in reality, you know, then you know you've overstepped the boundary. So my problem is, you know, there are certain, basically the Bible should be synonymous with the word boundary. There should be some boundaries. If you feel it's okay to screw or F anything, then you have no boundaries. Therefore, you have no morals, you know, pretty much, you know. That's it in a nutshell. This lady takes a jackhammer, and I hope she exchanged the front end with a dildo. I hope she didn't actually take the actual chisel point of the jackhammer. But the lady ran a brothel, right? And ever since her husband left her, she just went, she just had no boundaries. She takes a jackhammer and puts it on her, as they say in the article, her midsection, and turns the jackhammer on. And all of the guy hears is squeaking moan, right? And then the lady is out in the driveway, laying dead, half naked. And that's why I try to tell you, the devil will put you on Front Street. He will put you right on Front Street. You'll be doing all this stuff. This darkness will come to light. I gotta be careful, like what skeletons I got in my closet. I haven't opened that door in a long time. I'm not trying to let my skeletons off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something, but you need to show some control. And if you say that life, you can do whatever you want and not have any boundaries and not have any control, that's what will have you on the internet with a horse on your back with your guts busted out. Okay? I'm just trying to sell y'all. I'm just trying to say, that's what I've noticed from what I've seen, So, you could talk about morals, you should be happy I'm trying to give you some morals. I got very few as it is. I can't afford to lose any morals because I know what'll happen. The moment you think you can do anything and nothing matters, you'll be with a horse on your back or with a jackhammer stuck up your stomach. Okay? Anyway, the woman goes on. Oh, I said woman. Damn, I didn't mean to give her away the identity. The person goes on and she says, "Shit, I wish Roman games were still here to crucify you, you Christian hypocrites." Anyway, that just, so you know what, you claim to be, as if gay, homosexual, sex, your desire to have any kind of sex is okay, makes you a moral person. It is not equivalent. Just because you have a nice job or whatever, you're on TV or you're a celebrity, it doesn't make you a moral person just because you have fame. Most famous people are infamous. It doesn't make you a good person. As far as Jesus is concerned, they said most of you don't even know what Christ, if he did exist, stood for, and you mofos need to get back in the closet, asshole. One thing Jesus was about, it wasn't moral. It wasn't about morals. It was like holy, righteous, that's the difference. So this is not something I go on. Christians are no better than anybody else. Believe me. They just sit there saved by grace. We know that. And if anything that they got is that they'll admit that they're sinners. Homosexuals will not admit it. They'll say a thief is a thief, a liar is a liar, you should not murder. Well, this person says murder is okay. But, you should not murder or do all those things. But when it comes to homosexual, fornication is a sin, adultery is a sin, and homosexuality is right with the rest of them, and then they say that's not a sin. Okay, that's where I have a problem with. It's just that it jumps the train of thought. The train of thought jumps the track of logic. Okay, that's my only problem is with that. So if you say, that you have morals are outside of, or holiness or righteousness is an entity by itself. It has nothing to do with Christians. So if you say, oh, look at what that Christian did, that ain't got nothing to do. He just wasn't doing the right thing. Okay. But when they admit that they weren't doing the right thing, that's what, morality, what truth is. And so my problem is stick with the truth. When you go and make an exception, it's not being truthful. I had one more point, but I forgot what it was. Excuse Excuse me. I just had some pizza and it was good. I had to eat a smaller pizza now. But basically, that was it. I'm sure if I think of the other point, I'll get back to it. But like I say, you should be thankful. I'm giving you some boundaries, some morals. Here's the point. This is the last point. I'll come back on it and do a blog